let's talk about the Louvre. So my DMs have been flooded with people asking me to talk about this and share my thoughts, and I wanted to wait a little bit to let the story develop before weighing in. 5-second backstory if you've been living under a rock. This past Sunday, thieves came into the Louvre, they smashed and grabbed a bunch of jewels worth at like $100 million, and they are yet to be found. And some noticeably interesting things are they dropped this crown on the way out, and they didn't steal this diamond, which is allegedly the most valuable piece in the collection. This 140 some carat diamond's worth alone like $80 million. And here's what's also weird. Even though at first it seemed like what they did was pretty sophisticated, like they had this crane take them up to the floor, they posed as construction workers, they angular buzzsaw to cut into the side of the Louvre. According to some FBI investigators and some ex-jewel thief, they all seem to think it was pretty sloppily done. It seems that a lot of the reason they got away with it is because the Louvre was really lacking in security. According to this article, the Louvre really had outdated technology, and they seem to think that their biggest threat was protesters coming in and trying to vandalize the paintings, not this smash and grab stuff. And you'd think, how can they steal something from the Louvre? Why wouldn't they think that's like an automatic jail sentence? Well, it seems that they must have realized that the Louvre actually wasn't that heavily guarded. The other interesting thing is the jewelry's not insured. Now, at first, this seems ridiculous, but when you think about it more, it actually makes a lot of sense. Because not only is the jewelry worth a ridiculous amount of money, and this is also true of the art in the Louvre, it's worth $100 million, and the total contents of the Louvre, it's hard to estimate, but billions of dollars, and insurance can be a couple percent of the value of those works a year. So you're talking about tens of millions of dollars just for insurance. And you factor in that these are irreplaceable works. If the Mona Lisa got stolen, you can't buy another Mona Lisa. It's almost like, what's the point of even insuring it? So the difference, though, with stealing art versus stealing jewelry is art, you have to actually find a buyer. And it's really hard to sell stolen art. But jewelry, they can melt down the gold, they can pop the diamonds out, they can recut it. They may catch the thieves, but it's scary too, by the way, because a lot of thieves are going to start looking at museums now and attempting this because, if the museum's easier to rob than a jewelry store and it's got more valuable stuff, then,